Friends, I had a really exciting idea about doing these films this year. I wanted to be a lot more narrative. I wanted to bring you more into the ministry, but frankly that has to wait because every day that I ended up having as a plan for filming, something came up, a crisis or something like that, and I'd had to shift and be like, oh, maybe this day. But I'm now in this place in March where I'm actually off to Austin, Texas. A personal matter on Rachel's side of the family is happening, and so I was just like, man, I just want to give you guys an update, do the classic videos, and so I want to give you guys an update on January, February, March, and what's been going on in the ministry. And so in January, we were coming off of last semester with high momentum, high excitement. The students were jazzed about Romans. Our new leadership team was in place, and January really dashed that momentum. Unfortunately, Omicron came, and oh man, did it come. So we all lived in it, but my personal story is like, even in our region, we had a Northeast regional team get together with all the campus leaders and all the staff. And this would be like the first time we really genuinely got together since before the pandemic. And of course, with this pandemic, several leaders just before we arrived, key people in the content got Omicron. And so we had to cancel that. And then a week later, my our SLT team was coming together, and we were excited about the in-person and building from this momentum. And I think maybe several of our students got COVID, and so once again we had to go to all Zoom, all digital, and you can only do so much on that format. And then with the rise in cases, of course, NYU asked everything to be completely digital for the first 2 weeks, and so that just it affected our momentum tremendously. It was a bit of a bummer. And I myself was already in a pretty hard season. I've been in a hard season for probably since January of last year. And so that January and beginning of February was hard. But you know what? A shift took place. And so as the numbers went down, we got to meet in person, and that was just life-giving again. We got to meet with the student leaders again and build momentum. And my associate director Melissa, she's been in charge of the content and the development and kind of just like caring and leading for these students, and that has just been excellent. Just so fantastic. And the students are memorizing scripture and discipling people, and there's just been some really cool things happening there. I found out myself, if I was in a winter season before, I'm in a different season now. I've had more energy and capacity and everything since a year ago. And so that has been fantastic and amazing. And I would just say on a whole, we started with very slow momentum, but we've been rolling and building momentum over this time. And so I've just been so thankful for that. We're doing an intensive Roman study on Mondays. And even for the first time, we've been gifted space at our church, but because of how things are opening up, we got to have our first study and meal at NYU. And I have to tell you, that was absolutely surreal. I had to take a picture, and I'll show that picture to you guys right now, because it was just crazy to be in this area and walking in the halls of NYU again in a way that I really haven't experienced since before the pandemic. And so that has been energizing. Students have been engaging and being with their fellow friends, their classmates, and we're just seeing these opportunities. The things that I'm hearing from the students right now is what more can we do? How can we do this? How can we do that? And so it's been this rolling momentum, which frankly I've just been really excited and energized with. One thing to keep in mind that you can be praying for us right now is that as we enter into this spring break for the students, my associate director that I just mentioned, Melissa, she's moving into a sabbatical season. And that is a huge gift. I'm just so excited for her. This seems to be the right time for her to be able to be processing things she's ready to process with God and get the rest that she deserves. And so what that means for our team is that we're losing a third of our capacity. So it will just be me and Misa, who I've featured in previous videos. And so I'd ask you for 2 prayer requests there. The first is that pray that Misa and I would really steward our energy and be faithful with the right things as we end this semester with just him and me. We could easily try to take on way too much and need to recover from that. But man, we just really want to be faithful with the right pace to set ourselves up well. The second thing is, because of this opportunity, with everything that's happened with the beginning of the year with the students and like being on Zoom, I see this as a really special, another opportunity to help our students, especially our leaders, to gain greater ownership of the ministry, greater ownership and personal responsibility of this movement of disciple making that we're trying to do. And so please be praying for those things. And yeah, friends, just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Thank you so much. Always a phone call away. Would love to hear from you guys. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.